Well, I'd like to welcome everybody to our congregation, and for those of you who are in the sanctuary with us here and those that are viewing online. My name is David Clement, and this is the Unitarian Universalist Church of Flint, so if you're in the wrong place, we'll give you a few seconds to go to the church you thought you were in. We are a progressive community in which people are free to be themselves without fear. We come from a long line of free thinkers and those who would challenge the status quo of blindly held dogma and oppressive social norms. If you'd like more information about our church or about Unitarian Universalism, please feel free to talk to one of our ministers, and their contact information can be found at uuflint.org. At this time, what I would ask you to do is to mute your cell phones. You could turn it off if you would like, but what we're really encouraging people to do is have their cell phones muted, and if they prefer, to actually open up our service on the YouTube channel that's being streamed live, and you can actually talk to people that are out there, make comments, and respond to people that are watching it live. So one of the nice things about technology is we can be a little interactive with people who aren't able to join us here. If you're a visitor today and would like to receive our weekly email newsletter, just fill out one of the information cards you'll find in the seat backs. You'll find today's information on the back of the order of service. And I have just one announcement, which I can't believe is possible. That might be the first time we've ever just had one announcement. So there should be a slide coming up. On May 2nd at 6:30 p.m. in a protest at the Lighthouse Spirit of God Church, nationally known alt-right pastor Greg Locke is speaking at a tent revival. And his message is about eradicating gay people, burning books, denying the election defeat of Donald Trump. So again, there is a protest there for that, an opportunity to speak out about our faith tradition and what we stand for. So today I'd like to offer right now a few words about what led to our Earth Day service and about our congregation's Labyrinth. At last year's Tales and Tunes, so 2022, over a year ago, I offered my brilliant woodworking services. That was sarcasm. To create a piece that someone could say what they wanted and get, I think it was 5 hours of labor and materials. Judy Tipton won that bid, and we spoke a few times, and she brought up the idea of creating a pedestal and a plaque to serve as a signpost for the Labyrinth that was built in 2007 behind our church. So we sat in Fellowship Hall. I sketched out some ideas, and we said we'd talk again. Well, in keeping with my modus operandi, I sprang into action, and 10 months later, we sat down 2 months ago, and Judy and I and her daughter Shauna started coming up, developing the language of the plaque that would capture its history and meaning. Of course, I was of little help, considering I don't know the history and meaning of labyrinths. So it was great because I learned a lot in the process. I'm really glad that Judy commissioned me for this project. I'm honored to be a part of it, and I do use the term commission as an apt term because really Judy's the Medici to my Michelangelo, and Michelangelo and I have quite a bit in common, aside from the brilliance and eternal value of his art. But I am considering setting up some scaffolding and spending 3 years on my back creating a fresco for our sanctuary. Anyways, the new guidepost I was developing planted the seed of an idea for a service that could both honor Earth Day through the spiritual beauty of labyrinths and an opportunity to rededicate the amazing, wonderful labyrinth that so many members gave their time and energy designing and creating back in 2007. So, at this time, we'll light our chalice. Do we have words for it? Oh. Well, the chalice lighting is we light this chalice in celebration and reverence for our mother, the earth. And this time we will recite our covenant together. Recognizing the richness of diversity, the beauty and wonder of shared worship, and the transforming power of love and service, we gather as a sacred, intentional community to freely seek knowledge and truth, to celebrate the fullness of life, and by our actions to increase goodness and justice.
Good morning. Our opening words are from Richard Gilbert, and they are the Beatitudes for Earth Sunday. Blessed are the heavens, for they declare the power of creation. Blessed is the earth, our beloved home, for she is a planet of plenitude. Blessed are the waters thereon, for they gave rise to living things. Blessed is the land, for it is the source of life abundant. Blessed is the air we breathe, for it fires us to life and to love. Blessed are the beasts of the field, for they are glorious to behold. Blessed are the birds of the air, for they carve a graceful arc in the sky. Blessed are the mountains and the seas and the valleys, for their variety makes rich our habitat. Blessed are the fields of grain, the orchards of fruit, for they give sustenance, asking nothing in return. Blessed are the dwellers on earth, for they cherish the privilege of living upon it. Blessed are they who protect the earth and all her creatures, from the plants of the field to the trees of the forest, for their reward shall be harmony with the web of all existence. Rejoice and be glad, for the earth and the people are one.
Is this on? No. I have to turn it on? Yeah. It is on? No. No, it's on. The button down. It's on now. I'm Edie Robbins, and I'm your song leader today. And get your blue book out, and it's page 1064, Blue Boat Home.
We affirm the goodness of this world and share our joy for life as we stand on the side of love. And we also share our time, our talent, our treasure to continue being a liberal presence in this community. So we do invite you to join with us. Take a collection by placing your offering in the basket in the back of the church as you leave, or by making an online gift at the uuflint.org. All gifts are gratefully accepted.
This is part of the prologue to Pan's Labyrinth. It is said that long, long ago, there lived an immortal princess in an underground realm where neither lies nor pain exist. Her name was Princess Moana, and she dreamed of a human world, a world with a perfect blue sky and an infinite sea of clouds. She dreamed of the sun and the grass and the taste of rain. So one day, the princess escaped her guards, came to our world, and became mortal. Soon, the sun erased all her memories, and she forgot who she was and where she came from. She wandered the earth, suffering cold, sickness, and pain. And finally, she died. Her father, the king, would not give up searching for her, for he knew Moana's spirit to be immortal and hoped that one day it would come back to him in another body, in another time, perhaps in another place. He would wait down to his last breath until the end of time. And all around the world, he built labyrinths, portals that she could use to return home.
There will come a soldier who carries a mighty sword. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, O Lord. Ole, 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 O Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, O Lord. There will come a poet whose weapon is his word. He will slay you with his tongue. Ole, ole, O Lord. Ole, 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 O Lord. He will slay you with his tongue. Ole, ole, O Lord. There will come a ruler whose brow is laid in thorn, smeared in oil like David's boy. Ole, ole, O Lord. Ole, 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 O Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, O Lord. Ole, ole, o Lord. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, o Lord. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, o Lord. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, o Lord. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, o Lord. He will tear your city do
thank you, Danny and Jennifer, for the special music. I was walking in the Labyrinth just a few days ago, looking at all the work that Anastasia has done, refreshing the bricks by turning each and every one over. Yeah. I'm assuming she has a lot of dirt still under her fingernails, but we won't look right now, but thanks again for that. Our church is really fortunate to have a Labyrinth in such a perfect setting. And when I was out there, I decided I would give it a test walk to see if it was working. And I discovered that it is, while making a sudden turn that took me far away from the center when I thought I was just about there. Instead, I'm way on the outer belt. It suddenly came to me that its winding path was a perfect diagram of my crazy career path. I used to spend hours trying to make my resume look like a straight line so employers wouldn't immediately throw it in the wastebasket. I wanted it to look like this. Everything's related, college degree, get a job related to that, get a more lucrative job related to my college degree, marriage to a soulmate, and 1.5 perfect offspring, just like the rest of America. Then I would get an advanced degree, 100% related to my first degree, of course, no dithering around. Get an even more lucrative job, 100% related to my college degrees. And then finally, modest fame related to my college degrees. It didn't happen. But I don't remember my father or mother ever saying, go ahead and make long-term plans. That's good, but they will all go to the dickens. So you just might plan on that too. Now here's my true career path. College degree, job that was related to my college degree, but then Reaganomics cut a lot of money to education, and I lost my teaching job. Got a job totally unrelated to my college degree. Lousy pay, a couple of those, as a matter of fact. Marriage, then divorce from my non-soulmate, as it turned out. Got an advanced degree totally unrelated to my first degree. Marriage to my near soulmate. Just kidding. And with one semi-perfect offspring. I'm not kidding about that. And then finally well-employed here and famous in my own mind. And plenty happy enough as can be expected on planet Earth. It's not easy. Some might think walking a labyrinth is a silly waste of time, and that it is, at most, just an interesting, intriguing symbol. But the older I get, the more I'm inclined to think it is an actual portal to a place where we find we are immortal and of royal lineage. Yes, my friends, we have, right here in our own backyard, shared with a magic tree, some deer, lots of rabbits, a beaver, and a big groundhog, our very own Stargate. Now, we're going to go out there for the last 20 minutes of this service, but no worries, there is no danger of sudden dematerialization. Our portal, like all labyrinth walks, just goes to the center of our own minds, and only if we want it to. Our Stargate admits anyone who is made of stardust, which includes all of us, and there is no magic in it other than what we bring to it. As I'm sure you know, people have been using, cherishing, analyzing, and building actual labyrinths, small and large, for around 4,000 years. Some say longer. There is evidence of the existence of the most ancient classical labyrinth symbol across much of southern Europe and North Africa from roughly 2000 BCE. Over time, it took the form of rock carvings and paintings, inscriptions on ceramics, tiles, and coins. The same basic design began to appear spontaneously across Asia, the Americas, and southern Africa in an assortment of forms, including rock carvings, sand games, wall paintings, wooden sculptures, woven baskets, and now, here at 2474 South Ballinger Highway, with bricks. There's even a World Labyrinth Day, the first Saturday in May, coming up soon. So what's going on when such things arise spontaneously all over the world? Answering that question is a job for Unitarian Universalists, us. Any such universal symbol probably doesn't start and grow and live in the conscious analytical part of our brains. Symbols that reveal a gut feeling truth about life seldom do. More likely, the labyrinth symbol started in the unconscious body-mind of ancient artists who had just had a confusing, complicated, frustrating day, and they drew what they were feeling. Then, Neolithic art critics, standing there stroking their hairy chins, were a bit more analytical and published helpful reviews that the artists inevitably hated. Some things don't change. But over time, a truly universal symbol is supported by the whole culture, no matter how they approach it, whether with feeling, intuition, or being analytical about it. Such is the case with our very own labyrinth, paid for, built by, and cared for by people who are either emotionally or intellectually attached to it, or often both of those in the very same moment. And it's not just a symbol either. The guy who set Sigmund Freud straight, Carl Gustav Jung, said, "A universal symbol is a doctrine, and idols, gods, are but delusions." He said, "The labyrinth symbol shows the right way to wholeness, is made up of, unfortunately, fateful detours and wrong turns. It is not a straight, but rather a snake-like path." Perhaps I should have put that as the heading on my resume long ago. A labyrinth walk is a meditation tool that employs the whole body, that takes the mind for a walk. And by the way, I think hoping for profound thoughts or changes to come every time you walk a labyrinth is like asking some god to help your favorite team win the Super Bowl. Not a cool idea, really. There are many different things to think about while walking a labyrinth, and everyone does it in their own way. The train of thought, conscious or unconscious, for an average labyrinth walker who is doing it without planned preparation, might go something like this. "Hey, all right, I'm almost at the center already, and I just started. Oh no, wait, now I'm going out further. Oh well, I know I'll get there somehow. I wonder what I should eat for supper. What the heck, did I miss a turn somehow? Whoever designed this thing evidently wanted to make me mad. I wonder if I'm being watched by someone who thinks I'm weird. Here we go, almost there. What? I'm going back to the outer belt again. I hope whoever built this knew what they were doing. That's odd. I was way out, and now it looks like I'm going to the center. Yes. No. Left turn. Right turn. Could it be? Probably not. Yes, I'm there. The trip out is similar in many ways, a subtle tickling of the brain with many disappointments and also soothing victories, seemingly of no account, all embodied in the simple act of walking a circuitous but trustworthy path. Rationally, and especially if you walk out Labyrinth frequently, rationally, you know you will get to the center and then back again to open space. But unconsciously, we often forget to trust the winding way of the labyrinth and of the world as well. A trip through the labyrinth reminds us that we are the soldiers, the poets, the rulers who find the wisdom that is at our very center. We find it when we tear down the walls inside of ourselves that make us prisoners. It is the wisdom we need to heal ourselves and our planet. And today, we can find labyrinths in many places: medical centers, spas, parks, schools, prisons, playgrounds, retreat centers, and of course, in our very own backyard. We should tell the children to trust the winding path wherever they find it. And we hope you will join us out in the labyrinth for a brief service. You'll want to get your coat. We'll go down through Nelson Hall, and we have some chairs set up. But if you're able-bodied and have a free hand, you might, as you walk through Nelson, pick up one more chair. Then we'll have plenty. I should also explain it's Molus May, and we are being good stewards of the environment by giving the insects that are reproducing right now. We're not mowing the lawn. It's called Molus May. So our yard looks unkept, but it's with a purpose, not because. And with that said, Lynn will extinguish the chalice, and Jennifer will play us out some traveling music. Off we go.